Hey guys, and welcome back to Book of Dano's channel. This is another episode of Peanuts Picks, and I am so excited for the first one, The Vision. Now, I read Mr. Miracle, which is by Tom King, and The Vision is by Tom King. And when I told Dan that I was going to read Mr. Miracle, he said, get ready because Tom King's writing will rip your heart out and make you examine it, which I took upon myself as a challenge. So after I read Mr. Miracle, I was like, he's a wonderful writer. But then after I finished The Vision, I was crying. After the 12th issue, I was and just kept saying over and over, damn you, Tom King, damn you. You're such a good writer. You can write sadness so well. I mean, it's about androids, and for some reason I was feeling for them. Damn you. I have a really good therapist if you need it. I doubt you do. But anyway, so The Vision. So this is the deluxe edition, and this is a really cool one because you get all 12 issues of it, and then you get all this good bonus stuff in the back, preliminary sketches and stuff like that. So let's dive into it. When I read books that come in that have like the slits over it, I take it off, and then it actually had cooler art underneath than the cover art. So this is what we're gonna rock with today. Okay, so The Vision. The Vision is a fictional superhero appearing in comic books published by Marvel. He is an android and a member of the Avengers, who first appeared in Avengers number 57, October of 1968. The Vision is his story, and the Vision wants to be human. And what's more human than family? So he heads back to the beginning, to the laboratory where Ultron created him as a weapon, the place where he first rebelled against his given destiny and imagined that he could be more, that he could be man. There he builds a wife, Virginia, teenage twins, Viv and Vin, and they look just like him. They have his powers. They share his grandest ambition, or is it his obsession? So that's kind of what you are trying to figure out. So behold the visions. Theirs is a story of togetherness and tragedy and the unrelenting need to be ordinary. And as I've already told you, by the end of reading it, I was sad. I was in near tears. And it's about a family of androids. But you can't help but relate to them on so many different levels. And I was so amazed because I think every time I pick a graphic novel for you guys, I always stress that graphic novels or comic books can be so thought-provoking, and The Vision presents so many different topics that are rarely that we rarely have that open conversation about. And I wrote down so many as I was going along and reading it. So first off, what does it mean to be human? How do you fit in with people around you without feeling like a stranger? What does it mean to be family? What does family mean? What does family look like? How do you deal with the parts of you that feel strange or alien to people that you love? Struggles in marriage, struggles in raising kids, struggles in being a teenager, feeling like you don't belong. How do you then fit in? The feelings of not being wanted, not being loved. It examines life. It examines death. I mean, this book examines all of this. And I'll say it again. It's a family of androids. But you can't help but think about these questions, these bigger than you philosophical questions. So it's truly a testament of a really, really a good writer. Tom King is a fantastic writer. If you can pull this off and have somebody like Dan, he saw like when I finished the issue 12 and I was just like staring off to space saying, damn you, Tom King. It's a testament that you are a really, really good writer. So I definitely recommend picking this up. One of the really cool things that Tom King did, and I'm not giving anything away, it even tells you in the introduction, which was written by Rainbow Rowell. I wish my name was Rainbow. Wouldn't that be cool? He foreshadows and hints and gives intentional spoilers away. So for example, you'll first meet some characters and it will say they're going to die soon or they're going to die later on. And it's kind of an interesting way of instantly grabbing your attention, and for characters that you normally maybe wouldn't be so wouldn't maybe care about or think twice about, when you learn that their death is coming soon, you kind of are instantly more, you find yourself liking the characters. It's just, it's written so well, and definitely recommend it. And I definitely recommend picking up the deluxe edition, which Dan got for me, and I was really thankful that he did, because it not only gives you the full story, but it gives you all of this stuff in the back. And if you're an art lover like I am, it's like preliminary sketches, variant covers, mock-ups of what it was going to look like and then what it ended up looking like, which is always kind of fun to kind of see like the artist's journey too. And the art is out of this world. And I guess I will say I've never really been a huge fan of art that Marvel books have, but this one really surprised me. The artist Wallata, really amazing. So definitely pick it up. And also in the back it has Tom King's pitch to write the vision, and when you read that you're like, how did, like, I mean, of course somebody would have picked this up. His pitch was amazing. So if you are interested in maybe starting your own graphic novel and you're thinking about like how you're going to write your pitch, that's a good example of how you write a pitch. It was really good. So this is my first pick. The Vision, so good. This was amazing. I was pleasantly surprised, and I don't gravitate towards superhero books, but this one I have to say is up there. And I put it on Dan's bedside nightstand because I want him to read it, because I know he's just gonna absolutely fall in love with it. So that is my first pick. My second pick, Volume 2 of Fluff My Life. I Hate Fairyland. I am so obsessed with this book. I'm so completely obsessed. And then this morning, because my husband loves me, I got book 2 of I Hate Fairyland, which just completes the whole run, because I have volume 1 and I have volume 2, and I'm pretty sure Dan was like, I can't hear about Gertrude anymore. I'm just gonna seal the deal, get her the whole run, so I don't have to get volume 3, 4, 5, and 6, you know. So volume 2 is just continues on with adorable little Gert, my favorite little psychopath. She's amazing. and she becomes queen of Fairyland, and she hates this because she hates being in Fairyland, and she's still trying to find her way back home, and so many fun little characters get introduced, and she still has her advisor. When she first landed in Fairyland, she has an advisor. He's a little fly, and his name is Larry, and you can just tell that Larry really hates being Gertrude's advisor. um, it's just such an amazing book, and a lot of it is when you read a book, or when I read a book, and you can just tell by the art and the way things are written that the creator had so much fun writing this and drawing this and creating it. It makes you even more excited to read it. And Gert is she's my soulmate. She's my soulmate, truly. I love her. So I definitely recommend picking it up. It's so fluffing good. And in the second volume, it's like Game of Gert. So there's like a lot of like Game of Thrones type of references. And yeah, Fluff My Life. So good. Definitely pick this up. I am going to read this one. I'm really excited to dive into it. I promised Dan that I wouldn't read so fast. So I'm going to really take my time and enjoy it. Again, I'm so embarrassed that I walked past Scotty Young at a convention and I was like, I hate Fairyland, whatever. But now I'm totally obsessed, and now I'm like thinking about figuring out how to cosplay Gert, because I feel like she's my soulmate in life. So definitely, if you need a laugh, which we all need a laugh right now, we all need a little chuckle, pick up I Hate Fairyland. I love you, Gert. I love her. Okay, so last pick, because I've been reading before Watchmen. And I was reading an article, and there's a particular way you're supposed to read the books, and I didn't do that. I read Doomsday Clock first, and before Bub's Comics left the comment about before Watchmen, and so then I dived into them. This is actually the last book you're supposed to read, but so I read this one first, and then it got me like really excited. But what you're supposed to read before you read this one is the Batman Flash, the Button. And this is a really cool one. Dan has this one, and he had it in shrink wrap, and I think like I almost gave him like a stroke when he found out that like I took off the shrink wrap and read it. Sorry, Danny, sorry. So this is really cool. It's like the holographic Flash, Batman. You don't know which one. So this was a really interesting book for me to read because I'm not well versed in the DC universe. So this is the introduction of how the bloodstained iconic smiley face Button gets dropped into the DC universe, and it falls into the Batcave, and Batman doesn't know how it got there, and he analyzed it and figured out that it doesn't come from this universe. So he calls upon the Flash, which I was so excited to read about the Flash because he's really fascinating, and I'm really excited to read more about the Flash. So the Flash is the other main character other than Batman, and then you learn about Reverse Flash is like the bad guy that they're like fighting, and it takes you on like a different universe where their past comes and like haunts them, and it's really interesting for somebody like me. It was really interesting to read about people in the DC universe. And Tom King is a contributing writer on some of these stories in here, and I totally knew the stories that he was the writer because I instantly became sad. And then I looked back and I was like, oh look, Tom King is the writer. So the art is really neat. So if you're a Batman fan, and it dives into like Batman's history, like when he was a kid, and the Flash's history, which I realized everybody, all these superheroes have really tragic childhoods, which I mean it kind of makes sense. But so it dives into a little bit of that, and then of course the iconic smiley face bloody um, button. So I am reading before Watchmen. I am on Dr. Manhattan and Night Owl, and then I will bring you guys all the. I'll do like a part 1 and part 2 because they're kind of lengthy, and I am taking my time and really enjoying those. So this definitely pick this one up. Batman Flash, really cool cover. And then this morning, Dan surprised me, and he got the Lock and Key, all 6 volumes. So I'm really excited to dive into that. I watched Lock and Key, but I'm excited to read it because I'm pretty sure that they couldn't pack all of this in the Netflix series. So I'm really excited about that. So thank you, Danny. And also I'm really excited to read the rest of I Hate Fairyland. So I hope you guys are staying well. Linked below will be Dan's eBay store. And stay well, guys. And until next time, bye.